This is Kathy Biehl of EmpowermentUnlimited.net with Astro-Insight for the week of January 24th, 2022. We're in little engine that could territory. We're in a week of slow and steady, and also beginning to feel like the ground is shifting in a positive way beneath our feet, or that our path is starting to become more clear, open up. Even though the sun is in the sign of Aquarius, there's a heavy, heavy Capricorn vibe to the week because all three inner planets are in it. Mars, the planet that rules our drive and how we push ourselves forward, enters Capricorn on the 24th, moves into project management mode, measure, 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 then maybe cut, actually probably have a report written about it first before you even measure and then cut. Mars has some major, major work to do in February and March in this mode. Possibly use that time frame to target some of the incremental measures that you instigate now. Communication also enters the incredibly mundane, goal-oriented world of Capricorn on the 25th when Mercury retrograde re-enters the sign. And we have the opportunity to look once again at unfinished work, unfinished projects, the actual real-world ramifications of information and agreements and things that have been lied about or obfuscated or confused or misunderstood. This comes with a sense of things not being entirely comfortable, which colors the whole week. We have several, I'm looking at 3 semi-sextiles nagging at us and putting little irritants into our lives again and again and again to nudge us into facing them. And when Mercury goes back into Capricorn, he's got that kind of relationship with Mars, repeating something that we encountered on December 13th. So there's a callback for you. The Mercury retrograde journey gets even more intense very, very quickly. On the 28th, Mercury meets with Pluto, which he did on the 30th of December. There's another callback for you. And this contact stirs secrets, revelations, uncomfortable conversations, incredible candor with yourself, with other people, hearing things, learning things, thinking things that change your perspective, that possibly change your life, that very likely cut some things out of your life, causing you to draw lines. This is a this far and no further moment. And again, it probably ties to something that was a live issue at the very end of December. While this is resonating, Venus ends her retrograde at last. She has been retrograde in Capricorn, the territory I've been talking about this whole time, since the middle of December. She stations direct on the 29th and begins a very slow move toward important business with Mars, remember him, and Pluto again in February and March. There's a sense of, okay, now we're turning our direction. We have rethought a lot of things. We have revisited a lot of things. We have recaptured parts of our past. explored parts of our past, and now we are turning toward where we're heading rather than being so focused on where we've been, what we have previously valued. And this direct turn comes with a similar kind of unlocking energy as the one that greeted Mercury when he stationed retrograde in the middle of the month, meaning that there's a shock, there's a surprise, there's something that comes with a lightning bolt, an aha moment, an epiphany, oh man, or a door blowing open, some kind of breakthrough of looking at things differently, of tilt, change of heart, opening a situation, making something possible that wasn't previously, as she leaves her review and moves into implementation. And this is immediately followed by something inside you blowing open, chains falling apart, chains disintegrating, something about your view of yourself, your limitations that you have put on your life, the strictures that you have lived within, blowing apart and allowing much more freedom of movement. Not entirely comfortable. It involves owning up to yourself, something that you actually really want, really need, really value. It's a stretch, getting out of comfort zone, but it's going to nag at you until you turn around and say, oh, okay, there you are. I embrace it. Yep, this is who I am. This is what I want. This is what I need. It's a process. Everything's always a process. You don't have to do it all at once. You don't have to tick every item off your to-do list. You're just making progress. There will be multiple opportunities in the next 6 weeks to move further on. Lots and lots of developments that are starting to shape up noticeably now. Homing thought of the week. Take your time. Song of the week, Hands by Jewel. And the image of the week is a roller coaster attendant lifting the safety bar at the end of the ride, and you're getting up, walking out of the car. You'll learn more about all of this in my forecast for the month of January, which is up at my site, empowermentunlimited.net, where you can sign up for my mailing list and book a session with me. I'm Kathy Biehl, a professional astrologer with more than 30 years' experience. I have a guide to handling Mercury retrograde at omtimes.com. I host the show Celestial Compass on Om Times Radio on the first and third Monday of every month at 5 p.m. Eastern. I also host lively conversation on Facebook at Empowerment Unlimited in the group The Astro-Insight Lounge. I have lots of bonus content at patreon.com/Kathy Biehl, and the January bonuses are 2022 focused. So head on over there, sign up, and help yourself to them. Oh, and before I forget, I am really grateful to the people who support my work there. It's a very inexpensive way to keep these forecasts going. I post on Instagram at @KABiehl and on YouTube at the Professional Aquarian channel. Talk to you next week.